Hello and welcome to Lake, a show about our beautiful city of Bellevue. I'm your host, Robin Steele. Today we're coming to you from Bellevue Downtown Park, near the scene of some recent peaceful protests and community support gatherings. And on this episode of Lake, get an inside look at a peaceful protest and learn about recent actions taken by the city to show support and an ongoing commitment to equity. See residents coming together to help keep our city beautiful. Meet a man alive today thanks to the quick action of some Bellevue police officers. And check out Bellevue Fire's new edition. Now is a time of great change in our country and in our city. In recent weeks, peaceful protesters have gathered to voice their desire for systemic changes for equity and justice.
I am a Black mom. I worry every single day about the safety of my children, all of my children. And this is a systemic, sustained, historical issue. We have to continue to fight, lift up and support our youth, our community, and have a voice when we are working for change.
I think this is really important, and I'm a teacher, and I believe for our students that they should feel safe and loved at school, and we all have to be involved.
I think enough people doing this peacefully is effective. You can't not notice.
And in June, Mayor Robinson and the entire Bellevue City Council reaffirmed our city's ongoing commitment to diversity and inclusion, and committed to a new review of public safety practices through a pledge covering several actions and engagement efforts.
With respect to the pledge, it commits the city to taking a look at changes within 4 areas on the police use of force. 1 is to review the police use of force policies. 2 is engagement of the community by including a diverse range of input, experiences, and stories in the review. 3rd, reporting the findings of the review to the community and seeking feedback. 4th, the reform, if necessary, of the police use of force policies. Make no mistake, we take this work very seriously. We are committed to taking meaningful actions to acknowledge and address historical wrongs in our country and local communities while also strengthening the important diversity of work that Bellevue is doing right now.
Additional pledge details are posted at the city's website at Bellevue, WA.gov. More information will be posted there as the city moves through the process of community engagement and actions associated with the pledge. Now we take a look at a special way our Bellevue community came together after the looting and destruction of several downtown businesses. Meet some of the people who showed up early the very next morning to help their neighbors clean up.
I am very proud of our city. I thank you for being here to help us clean up. We will clean this place up and resume our lives as normally as we can, but we stand strong together, and I thank you all.
Came down here this morning, even at 7 o'clock this morning, over 200 people already cleaning up the city, already took it upon themselves to sweep, to clean up, to get the graffiti. That is what gives me so much hope. That's what this community is about. That's what makes Bellevue special.
Because I work at the downtown Bellevue Safeway over there, and I saw all the looters across the street. I couldn't even go back to my own store when my bus got cut off. And I know that I'm friends with a bunch of the business owners here, and it's sad to see their property sort of just destroyed, and I just want to help.
There must have been 200 people that we were giving supplies away to starting at 6 in the morning, lining up to help. I see people coming out today like this, it gives me hope.
The fact that we can all just come together and clean up after such a big event has just happened last night where people broke into Bellevue Square Mall and stole things. I just don't think that should be representative of the movement. I think that this should be representative of it instead.
I just want to say that death of George Floyd is a painful reminder for many Blacks of the ongoing injustices that we still need to address in our society, right? And I just want to say that it's a pleasure and an honor to be in Bellevue, where we're leading with empathy. I just want to, when I saw the video last night of Keith Milet kneeling with the protesters and engaging, it was heartfelt, and it was heartwarming to see that. And we don't see that across the country enough.
It's devastating and shocking. I think probably Bellevue is someplace I would have never expected to see it, you know. But it's happening all across our country, so I guess it's no surprise. But it isn't an answer to the racism that we're facing. It isn't an answer.
And so I just want to thank you again for being out here. If there's one ask I can make of you to help move this forward, to help us move past these injustices, is to have conversations among each other, with your friends, with your family, in your community. The most important thing we can do is talk about it.
Bellevue is a big part of the community for us, so just trying to get down here and get it all put back together. And there's been such a good turnout. Like a few hours later and pretty much all the glass is picked up, most of the debris picked up, just trying to get some of the graffiti off. So it's just been amazing watching everybody work together and get it all cleaned up.
Have the tough conversation with my 6-year-old daughter too about racism and why these protests were happening. And she decided she wanted to come down and see it and help. She went upstairs and got dressed and she put that shirt on which says love. And she says that's the answer to fixing it, so here we are.
Next, meet a man who's alive today thanks to life-saving technology and quick-thinking police officers.
I was working at Bellevue Police 1 radio, which is the Bellevue Police Department, and so I had dispatched the call out as a theft in progress call. So as a dispatcher, I radioed the officers and sent them to the call. And it was when they had responded back to the Fred Meyer to contact the loss prevention officer was when he collapsed in front of them and they were able to radio immediately for help.
I recently had a heart event where I was out, I was down, I was dead. And I wanted to come out and thank those first responders who really stepped up to the plate and saved me.
Out of nowhere, he just fell down, and Officer Scott immediately put him in the recovery position, and after several more seconds, he became unresponsive. He stopped breathing.
I went over to the victim, and Turner came over with the AED, and I took it out, I put it on the victim, and it said to shock him, and we shocked him, and then more chest compressions. Officer Turner started some chest compressions, and then after, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds or a minute, our victim started breathing, and we're very happy, and we kind of went from there.
The police officers there immediately started CPR, and actually even that they were lucky enough to have CPR training and defibrillator training, and so I was shocked and brought back.
When someone goes into cardiac arrest, their heart stops beating, their breathing stops, and they go unresponsive. And at that point, every minute that person goes without CPR and without defibrillation, their chance of survival drops rapidly.
And next thing you knew, I was out. I don't remember anything else after that.
I was on dispatch too, so my job was to assign units to the call to make sure the closest unit and the most appropriate units respond to. The time delay between a passerby, whoever calls in, until fire gets there can be minutes. To have someone witness it and have an AED so handy, it was very fortunate for him and fortunate for our crews to be there to assist.
We put the defibrillators in the police cars because oftentimes when a cardiac arrest occurs, the police they happen to be nearby, just the way they patrol the areas.
I wanted to personally thank the people who saved my life, but also with the climate going on nowadays in our communities, I wanted to show that the majority of people I feel are good. The majority of people are out to help somebody. They didn't see a black guy on the ground dying. They saw a man that needed help and they helped him. And I want them to know that there are people out there who support them, people out there who respect them, people out there who really wouldn't be here without their help. I want to thank everybody for what you did for me, what you did for my family. I mean, what do you say? I would not be standing here right now if it wasn't for all the first responders, Bellevue PD, Fire Department, I wouldn't be here.
Finally, meet Bellevue Fire's new addition to serve Bellevue and Newcastle. At almost 365 inches long and a hefty 48,500 pounds, meet Engine 109.
So this will be our new engine. It's a 2020 Pierce Aero XT. It's a wonderful rig, and now this will be our opportunity with the crews to see how it works, and we'll evaluate it, but it'll be a great unit for at least 10 years to serve the city of Newcastle and the citizens.
This is a ceremony called the push-in. Back over 100 years ago, when fire engines used to be horse-drawn, when they came back to the station, they would actually remove the horses and manually push the carriage back into the station. So as an homage, that's what we are going to do today. And we take a lot of pride in our equipment, and we are so fortunate to receive this so we can serve the citizens of Bellevue and Newcastle. It has great safety features, not only for firefighters, but more importantly, to get us safely and quickly to the citizens of Bellevue and Newcastle.
That's all for us. We thank you for joining us on Lake to Lake. If you have any feedback or questions for us, please email us anytime at btv@bellevue.wa.gov. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest video news and information. I'm Robin Steele. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time on Lake to Lake.